Welcome back, Snoop True. I'm with your boy
Zaddychunkchunk in the building.
and we got some. What place we go to?
Gyros and wings.
Euros and wings in the mall. I got
we
me
went
a.
to 3 different places actually.
Oh yeah, actually we did because I got some crab ragoons.
And I also went to Charlie's
Charlie's
to get these ultimate fries.
I got me a Santa Fe wrap.
Mm-hmm. And then I got a large gyro with extra tzatziki sauce.
I did get a large too, but that looked way better than mine. Mm-hmm. But let's go get a prayer.
Father God, I want to thank you for this food they're about to receive in our body, and I ask that you do please bless this food. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. I think I'm gonna start with
You a thumb nizzy or you just random?
I'll find one.
Okay.
Alright. zaddychunkchunk shows his true side. So, we go get this food, right, y'all? Mm-hmm. And I asked for extra tzatziki, and they charged me an extra 50 cents, and that honestly got me in such a salty mood.
Mm-hmm. Now I was just thinking too as you did that. I'm like, because a lot of places, these fast food places, they have a tip thing where you can give them a dollar as you pay for it or extra whatever. And usually I tend to hit the dollar, even though when it comes to tip culture, I really don't think that's deserved. But that's the whole conversation. But I usually give a dollar sometimes. And I was just thinking, if I would have gave that dollar tip and then they would have charged me 50 cents for extra tzatziki sauce, I would have been pissed for that dollar tip.
That's one thing. And I'm not the type of person that is like, oh, we used to have it good in the olden days. But when it comes to stuff like that, it was much better. You're not getting charged extra for a barbecue at McDonald's or an extra sauce, or every time they turn around the screen, they ask them for a tip. Like, I'm like, man, can I live?
Yeah. And then they stare at you while you're about to hit the button too.
I need my money's worth. And 50 cents is not. It sounds so petty out loud. I'm being mad about extra 50 cents. But come on now.
No, 50 cents is a lot of money for one dipping sauce.
Let's hope it was worth it. I do love me some tzatziki though. They don't even sell tzatziki like in a thing, do they? Do they?
I think so. You good?
And nice and healthy too.
This is gonna be messy.
I don't think you like Euros. Wasn't we supposed to do a Euro bowl the other day?
It's because it was in a bowl and for people to see things.
Oh, so you going to the Olympics?
I need to. Actually, I don't want to say too much, but I got that thing back in the email. So it's like I got to start training now.
Yeah.
I'm doing something that's a test for me. Something crazy. Like if this goes through, y'all gonna be shocked, CC family. But pretty much I got to start training for it if I decide to go through with it. And I was thinking like, man, we've been in the gym heavy. I still don't know if I'm ready for that. You know what I mean? And it's because I've been getting so sick easily. And I don't even know the order they're doing these things too. Yeah. Like, do I got to do this run first? Do I got to do this first or what first? Because I feel like that could play a big factor too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you said you're getting sick easily.
Like Uzi, just when working out.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not easily, but because when I go too hard, that's when it starts to feel crazy.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've improved, like the progress?
Yeah, but I feel like it's more like stomach workouts and stuff of that sort, like something that's like very tiring. Like last time, I remember lifting those tires and pushing those. That's a heavy workout. You know what I mean? Like if I'm just doing some chest or some arms, I'm not gonna feel sick. But now they got me doing you run in place, get on the ground, do push-ups, run, get back up, get the ball. You're throwing that heavy medicine ball back up. That's where it starts to get crazy. You know what I mean?
Well, when me and Levante did that little race, they was like either climb the rope or do 15 burpees. So I'm like, I'm not doing burpees. What? And that's when you jump up as high as you can, then you get down and you do a push-up. I'm like, no, Levante was doing it. I'm like, I'm cool. I'm gonna skip this obstacle. I couldn't climb the rope because it's too much mud on it. But yeah, those burpees, they will take a lot out of you. There's a lot of workouts that will just take so much out of you, especially like a sled push, but it's supposed to be so good for you, at least a backwards one.
You be doing them ropes? You take a lot?
They look cool. I'm not gonna lie, like if you film it, it look cool, but I'm like, this ain't doing nothing.
That's how I bet. There's some workouts I'm like, I just don't feel it.
This ain't doing nothing. I really want to get back into hooping. I'm not as scared as I used to be, and that is such a great workout. I love playing, hooping, watching. I gotta ignore that. And speaking of hooping, I think we watched that girls championship.
Oh yeah,
the Angel Reese, the Caitlin Clark.
that was my first time watching, like really watching NBA, women's NBA. Well, that wasn't NBA, but women's basketball.
Any women's basketball?
So, and I was interested, and then I know I'm actually happy that that was like one of the most viewed college women's basketballs ever. You know what I mean?
All time. I'm surprised it beat out like Brittany Griner and Baylor and UConn because they had like an undefeated team, and Brittany Griner was Brittany Griner at the time. Like she was dunking on people crazy, and that's not something for women, but. I do love it. It's been a lot of discourse about it, almost to the point where it's like annoying with the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese stuff. Yeah. But I think that I love it. I met a WNBA player at the airport one time.
Oh, okay.
And we was just talking, and I was telling her like what I think the WNBA needs, and I was gonna say like they need like what I told her. I said they need a female Jordan, and she was like. We got. She's like getting defensive, but I'm like, I'm on your side. I mean, like, you need somebody that's gonna like take over the game to get people watching, like Michael Jordan, which I thought Kobe's daughter would have done. Because I would go watch her, but now you got cold white girl, cold black girl. That there's slight racism to it, but that almost brings people to the sport.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you thoughts. Y'all need that animosity and that beef, because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, this is unprofessional." Like. Y'all not watching for professional. Y'all want that beef. Y'all want that animosity. What sport have you seen everybody being so happy-go-lucky and the ratings are through the roof?
Yeah.
UFC, any fight match, it's that beef, that talking smack that gets the fight build up. And that's what it is too for basketball. People want to see that animosity, people talking crazy. This is the reason why Memphis Grizzlies, they could be the villains right now, but everybody's tuned in, you know what I mean? Because they're talking crazy today. And I think what they're doing is actually really good. I love what they're doing, talking crazy, because I feel like the NBA's even getting a little bit too friendly, you know what I mean? And of course show your respect after the game, and you know what I mean? You say no?
I'm talking crazy. Well, I talk crazy, but I have a very like competitive background. You know, all my brothers grew up playing basketball, so you gonna talk crazy, especially if somebody was talking crazy. It is love at the end, not at the end, maybe like an hour or so after the game. It's love, but you lose, you getting we talking about you like crazy. You know, I wonder like when it comes to sports, it almost like racism is on. They almost like it, and they say they don't, but you got Angel Reese, which that was like an all-white team, the Iowa. At least I think maybe they started 5 or whatever.
That's what I was thinking too. It was like black team or something.
And then it's almost like our country like picks the sides, like who you want. Same with one thing that really bothered me, because they try to make it seem like a lot of black people in the trash talk. When Conor McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather,
he was talking crazy.
They both talk crazy, so you can't use the he fights with class type thing. Nah, you got 2 people who talk crazy. Definitely a black versus white thing. Oh, we watched that together. Back in the A. With the
McGregor was calling all types of boys.
Oh yeah, nah, I seen he watched this. He called him one, but stopped.
Oh, he said, he stopped saying boy?
No, yeah, if I remember correctly, he was yapping, and then he said something boy, but then I think he like stopped. And,
he said, dance with me boy. Remember?
His man, I know what you're talking about. I know.
Did he say dance with me boy or something like that?
Well, he was talking to like his manager. He said, pick up his money. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna have to show you at the end.
But that made for entertainment though. I honestly feel like that was one of the biggest boxing matches we ever seen in our history.
Yeah, like personally. Well,
Yeah.
Pacquiao.
Yeah. But it was just so, because it brought two different genres. That was history. Actually, it was history because it was UFC versus MMA. I feel like for a next big event to be something that big, when it comes to the combat sports, it'll have to be two people out of different weight classes coming together for a bout.
Or white America versus black America.
What do you mean by that?
If you get there's a guy up and coming white dude. If you have them clash, because that brings so much, like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor. Those bring the biggest numbers.
Yeah.
Versus like two black people.
See, but what I'm saying though is we already do that. You know, that's already a thing. We've been doing it for a long time. So what'll have to be now is something polarized and where it's two different weight classes. Because I feel like we always do the one race and the other race kind of ordeal.
But that when people gonna choose, they gonna already be like, well, he's gonna win. He's bigger. Unless you have
I feel a middleweight and a light heavyweight. Like for example, or not even heavyweight, Daniel Cormier versus Chavez, the dude that was supposed to that's about to fight. I don't know. Let me say someone else. You can probably like a Daniel Cormier versus let's see. Who is where's some UFC fighters? You know, Nate Diaz. I feel like that doesn't look crazy different.
I think the only way that can happen is if you have a bigger boxer go into and fight a smaller UFC fighter. Like if you had Ngannou go and fight at the same weight though, but all you have is a boxing skill versus their MMA skill. Like I'd go watch Shaq fight Conor McGregor. Who would win?
I don't know. Shaq gonna have to grab him. I really don't think it's an easy win for a Shaq or a Conor.
Or like a regular tough guy fighting like a woman. Because if it was like me versus Ronda Rousey, I would put the paws to her. And not that I'm saying I'm beat women, but if this is sport and that's the goal is to beat a woman, then yeah, I'd fight her.
You think you can win?
I don't think I would win. I would. And that's no knock to her. She's a great fighter. I just don't think when it comes to like any physical activities, maybe distance running, I don't think a woman can beat me in anything, like physically.
So you don't think Chris Cyborg can put them hands? You know who she is? Chris Cyborg. Oh, he a beast. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, maybe like somebody can out skateboard, out snowboard.
You don't think Clarissa Shields gonna put them hands to you?
Absolutely not.
Clarissa Shields gonna throw them hands.
No, I'm a grown man. You're like a 5'4" woman. Granted, you're great against other 5'4" women.
She know how to let them things go.
You are a 5'4", 105-pound woman.
That's how much she is?
I don't know what she is, but she's not 6 foot 180, 5. Doesn't matter how technical you are. Like seeing me, a grown adult, and that's like I'm sure she can beat up a lot of grown adults. Just not me. Can she beat you up? Can Ronda Rousey beat you?
I don't know. She's rusty. She's doing that WWE thing now.
I'm saying that I've said that before, and some people look at me crazy, like, "What? She's a professional fighter," but I'm not. I'm not a slouch. I would like to see that. I would watch a girl or a woman take on a man. But look at them. Look at how they don't like let transgenders into the certain sports because the guys are too big, you know.
Yeah. What do you think? What's your take on that? You think it's okay?
No, some of it's just ridiculous. Like,
well, you know,
I don't even want to compete against.
You know, their argument though is once they've been taking hormones for so many months or whatever, then they're actually weaker and stuff of that sort.
No, I don't agree with that, and I feel like I'm very left wing when it comes to like gay, trans, LGBT rights, but there's really no reason to compete against women. I think just either don't compete or maybe do like the Special Olympics for. I got it.
Well, when it comes to women sports, anyways, I feel like they really don't even have that big of a name as it is. So I think it's kind of unfair for men to come into that sport. Well, trans woman come into the sport as well, especially if they come in winning. Then it's like really unfair. Like WNBA players, their salary is $100,000 a year, really, on average.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
6 figures, and now you got someone taking that spot. Now you got a trans woman coming in and taking that spot. They're hardly getting the pay anyways.
Oh.
And now y'all about to come take more of this pay from us?
It's funny to see people be progressive like that because I don't think they'd ever let a trans man in play WNBA, which is why I don't get why they let him fight.
Oh, yeah, Trump. Oh, okay. You said you don't think, okay.
I don't think they'd ever let a trans woman. I said a trans woman play in the WNBA. I don't think they'd ever do that. It's weird that no one's ever tried.
What if someone,
You ever seen Joanna Man?
no.
Oh.
I think, I heard it a lot of times. I probably did watch it, I just don't remember. But, you think there'll ever be a time where a woman will be let into a men's sport? What sport do you think will be the first one to? And I'm not talking about swimming, because I think there is actually a trans man that's in swimming or something of that sort.
Yeah.
Isn't there a trans man in swimming?
Yeah, and I think they are like kicking her out because she's still got a whole lot to work with. But I do think it's potentially possible for a woman, and this might sound crazy, maybe to be in the NBA. I think with the way the NBA goes, if you can get
There's some big people like that girl I was talking about, the one who was on the Aces that moved to Australia.
Yeah, well,
she's
6'5".
That woman's like 6'8" or something.
Yeah,
she putting paws to you.
No, absolutely not. The only way I see a woman being in like the NBA, one, NFL, I think she could probably be a kicker. Two, maybe if you were really good, a really good protected quarterback, if you have that arm. Maybe they're very protected. They don't have to be too physical besides, getting tackled hurts. But if you have an NBA team, let's say you're on LeBron's team, and all we need you to do is spot up shoot. Get open. Maybe they won't guard you because think you're a woman. Get open. Come off. Throw up a shot. I think potentially.
You saw what Trump said? He was being, I don't know what the word is, condescending or devious or whatever. But he was like, well, he said, I'm not afraid of LeBron, but LeBron, maybe you should be a girl and we'll start a WNBA team and we'll be champions for 5 years in a row or something like that. Because he was talking about trans people going to sports, and then he was being kind of saying, he's like, I'm not a fan of LeBron, but hey LeBron, if you're ever thinking about being a woman, let's start a WNBA team. We'll be champions 5 years straight. You didn't see that?
Nuh-uh. Well, Trump is crazy.
That's funny. It sounds, Trump, you crazy. It sounds like that crazy cousin you got. Don't listen to what you talk. You crazy.
That's just Trump. I would.
You saw he got it. Did you see his mugshot?
He didn't get one.
Yeah, he did. Oh, it must have been fake. Yeah, it must have been butt crack sports.
It was butt crack sports. They spared him handcuffs and mugshot. But actually, when I was in, I wrestled a girl in competition once, and I talked to her. And you know what was scary? She wrestled the guy before me, and she pinned him in like 5 seconds. And I was like, I gotta wrestle her next. It was a wrestling tournament. I'm like, oh no. I was a little shook, I'm not gonna lie. And then we got to wrestling her. I'm like, oh. I put her in a cradle. That's the first time I ever put somebody in a cradle. I'm like, yeah. That other dude was just trash. And then I pinned him too. I think I got 3 pins that tournament.
What year was this? How old were you?
Like 14, 13.
Was that freshman?
8th grade. I stopped doing wrestling because basketball season is the same season.
Yeah.
How'd you enjoy this?
It was pretty good. Yeah, this was pretty good. Very fulfilling. I don't eat that much bread, so I'm super full right now.
Would you let your daughter play against the guys in guy sports?
I mean, if that's what she really wanted to do.
I feel
Because
like
I feel like if you're doing it, that means you got to drive for it. You know, it's not like you're some prissy girl.
I'm glad I was proven wrong though, because I said the way to get this sounds so crazy. I said the way to get women or guys to watch women's basketball is they pretty much got to play in their draws. Which, like, because I watch volleyball, you know, beach volleyball. They all play, most women's sports, they play in skimpy stuff, and I think they get a lot of views because of that. I mean, obviously, guys is thirsty, but basketball, they don't. They play in saggy stuff. But shows to prove me wrong that really it just takes a rivalry, a bunch of talent, and some hype. So I admit I was wrong in that instance.
I hope the WNBA gets some hope.
Yeah.
I know. I wasn't really following. Actually, for some reason, I just started kind of following WNBA this year after the Las Vegas Aces won.
Mm-hmm. And there's probably a big shine on women's basketball in general because of Brittany Griner going to prison.
I don't know why I can't think of her face. You keep saying her name, Brittany Griner.
She looked like she could be Kevin Durant's sister.
I see her face.
Oh,
that's the girl. Oh, that was in Russia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She back out? And what team she play for? Sparks?
I think she played for Vegas.
The Aces?
I want to.
No, Candace Owens just got traded there. You know?
I don't know.
And then what's that girl that got the OF?
Oh, I don't know her name either.
I just looked up her name, but she was on the Aces, but now she went to the Australia. I don't know why.
You ready to get out of here?
Yeah, I'm thinking athletes make it only up there. So imagine all these volleyball players or the track stars. What the track
going crazy. I used to love track because the sprinters are thick out here. But you know, I think we was talking about this the other day that the world is going in such a. The celebrities are making YouTubes and OnlyFans like regular people, and it's like, dang, y'all taking all the markets.
Yeah, because there's Israel Asanya, he has a YouTube and he's smacking views. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, man, he tapped into this YouTube money, and he's like, oh, hold up.
There's the Asian dude from Wild Now, he does mukbangs.
Oh, yeah, I seen him.
I seen NLE Chopper do a mukbang. Everybody would do a mukbang every now and then.
And NLE Chopper's really trying to take social media seriously because I know he's working heavy with DDG and now he's working heavy with Kai Cenat. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh yeah, he knew they getting hip to this internet.
When DDG said YouTubers make more than rappers.
Oh yeah.
And then what Mr. Beast commented on was like, you darn right.
Mm-hmm. Too. I saw when Aiden Ross bought Kai Cenat a Protect Philippe. I don't know if it was that or whatever, a Buzz Down Rollie for his birthday. He was just like, bro, this is an accomplishment. Like, rappers want to be us. And I'm like,
they talking crazy.
They said rappers want to be us.
Bust Down Rollie, Avalanche.
They are making more money in rap because you got to think rappers. They're only really making money if they're making a hit song. Yeah. They just post every day, sitting and kicking, especially these streamers. Yeah. They're kicking it legit. They're not doing nothing.
What was we watching the stream the other day, and you got people just sending in money.
Oh yeah.
To ask a question. I'm like,
popping podcasts.
This is the lie.
Yeah, they be sending sacks too. I be seeing $200, $100 chat says, yeah, this or that.
And the only thing about that, like, I know I got a friend group that could do that, but I feel like I don't think we were able to be PC enough while kicking it to be on stream like that without getting banned.
Well, unless you just go into one of the newer ones. I heard that Kick is taking off right now. I heard they gave Aiden a $2 million deal, and now they gave Kai Cenat a $2 million. Now, when I say couple, I'm talking about double digits, like $30 million deals to sign with them. That's crazy. Just imagine just being offered a contract. Hey, shit on website, we'll give you this. Obviously, they won't be they doing it for free. They got it. I mean, not free, but they're not getting paid per stream now.
And that's not even something. It's easy to go on and read comments and react off of that versus then coming up with your own stuff too. Mm-hmm. That's a great. I mean, I don't know. You gotta get into that.
Well, they just literally kick it though. They have no purpose, like know what's going on today, and you be seeing they be doing like them streamathons where they be on there 8 hours a day, 24 hours a day, just chilling.
I do like Speed. I don't really care too much for Kai Cenat.
I love Kai Cenat. I think he's the first one that got me into it. Now I watch a lot of Aiden Ross clips, and now started to watch Speed. At first, when I first ever saw Speed, this is like, I'm like, bro, this kid is ridiculous. I'm like, and he's just going crazy. This guy, I'm like, I understand why the kids like him. But now I see it, I'm like, oh, he's having a ball now.
I can only imagine if I was like of that age when all that stuff was out, because me and my friends were some wild kids.
You know what really actually probably set it off for streamers too? Fortnite.
Oh,
I think Fortnite is the creator of a lot of famous people right now. Fortnite and Minecraft.
Fortnite and Minecraft.
I never played any of those. Oh,
I played Fortnite, but I didn't get into it. I never played Minecraft, and I don't get it. Where you building blocks?
I don't get Fortnite.
I feel so old saying that.
Isn't Fortnite the same thing? You're building blocks while trying to kill?
No, well, Fortnite is basically like a childish Call of Duty.
All I be seeing is they building things and they're trying to shoot while these things.
When people like took it to the next level, because before you like build shelter and stuff like that, but when you get that good, they just go crazy, and now it's like super technical and advanced. I'm like, it's too late.
It's too late to get. We can't get into that game. I was because I'm thinking about getting a PS5, and I'm like, man, it's too late to get. I'm not cool at 2K no more. It's not what it used to be with video games.
It's not.
Like, you gotta be a professional to hop online nowadays, I feel.
And it's crazy because back in the day, your parents used to be like, get off them video games, or what you think life is gonna let you play video games? Actually,
you know what? Now I'm thinking like, I know these normal jobs are like desperately probably have a high demand now. Especially let's say probably 8 years from now, them normal jobs are going to be desperate because no one's doing manual labor now.
It's gonna be AI taking over anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going to have to really advance technology and AI if they want these normal jobs to be afloat, because a lot of people are not taking these, or like, it could be, you know, one thing I noticed is I just live around people who everybody does what I do, or everybody likes doing something of that sort, because like, I just like, oh, everybody getting money around here, but that's just because they're around a group of people I'm with, and like the people I'm always around.
I don't get why people hate on it too. I watched Lil Duval posted something yesterday. He was like, oh, we live in a generation of kids who think they can just make money on the internet and talk in front of a camera or something like that. I'm like, who cares? So? You want people to go slave in a factory like our grandparents did? And they found a different way to make money? At the end of the day, either they're gonna watch TV and watch the ads, or they're gonna watch something they can relate to on YouTube and watch the ads. At the end of the day, it's like, why are you mad that people found a way to work outside of what you consider hard work?
Yeah.
I feel like that's such hater vibes, especially coming from an entertainer like Lil Duval. Like, you're a comedian. Like, all these kids think they can just go up and tell jokes? That's such a hater vibe to me.
I definitely don't hate on how anybody getting money. Get your money. But
what's the worst way to get money?
The worst way legally? Worst way legally to get money? What?
Like, you did that for some money?
Politics? I don't know.
Dubai?
What is in Dubai? You talking about some crazy stuff. I don't know if that's legal. They be doing some crazy stuff in Dubai too. I was watching some, like, the secrets of the rich and famous. And what they be flying these girls out. Crazy stuff though, not normal stuff.
How much would it take for you to join the Illuminati?
Oh no, I'm cool on that.
What?
I'm just scared. I'm cool on all that. If you knew you could sell your soul for fame, would you do it?
What do you mean sell my soul?
Exactly how I'm saying it.
My Kia soul? You can have a Kia.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but I'll be like, yeah, you can have my soul, but I'll be crossing.
I can't go for that.
Side.
What you call it? You saw Black China, she let go of everything.
Yeah, I think she's a grifter. And I think she's just doing that to get church money.
A grifter? Never heard of that.
Grifter is basically people who join like a cause just to take money out of it. Like you see, they call like Candace Owens or anybody, even Andrew Tate, like who join a cause and pretend to be one way, pretend to be like super Republican when you know they're not. I think.
Talk about Andrew Tate.
I think Candace Owens did that. Like she don't believe in racism and all that, but she's got a whole lawsuit from back in the day from racism in high school. Like, you know, there's a lot of money when you're black and you say right wing things. You're like grifting.
What else? Well, Black China, she even gave her OnlyFans. She was making a sack on that though.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a lot of money she put behind it. For you to do that, I feel you're very serious.
I think she's grifting for the church. Maybe I think there's probably a church behind her, and they probably want other women to follow suit, and they're probably paying her just as much to get people off that path.
I just don't feel a church can provide her the same amount of money. I'm not saying like just automatically offer it. I just don't feel the church has enough money for what she was making on just her normal lifestyle. She was making millions on OF.
There's a lot of money in the church. And maybe I could be wrong, but I don't really feel like it's sincere. I could be wrong though. You never know what somebody's going through with it.
I think also too, she took all the plastic surgery out of her body, all the collagen or whatever, the stuff that they puff up lips with and all that stuff. So she just legit deleted a whole bunch of money.
And found a new revenue stream, maybe one that she considers more respectable or not a bad way to get money. Because some people will look at OnlyFans as a terrible way to earn your money. Or
what do you think? You think it's terrible?
I think this is
remember the video I showed you, the snap?
Yeah.
I'm like, what is wrong with America?
My thing with OnlyFans is I met a lot of like sluts in my life, and like women and men who like are either super horny, like they love like that stuff. They'll go do porn. They will sleep with a bunch of people. They'll film it. They don't care. I think those type of people, they're not taking anything away from like who they are as a person to put that out online. They enjoy that. But some people like, if someone's at home sleeping with a man for a little bit of money, like, you know, that hurt her soul to sleep with that man because her son was hungry. And that is probably selling your soul versus a girl who's just gonna throw it back for a shot of tequila. Like, that's not, that's her path, you know?
I hear what you're saying.
That's honorable for her.
I think it's a good, different way to think of it too, because I know a lot of women doing it because it's fast money. And that's not them. They think, oh, they can do this for a little bit, then get rid of it and think life is gonna be sweet. Consequences follow up with that. Now, and I'm talking about in general. Not every woman. A woman can probably find a great guy afterwards, but generally speaking, no man is usually going to be in line to cuff a woman who was getting after OnlyFans for $19.99 a month.
What if you were married to a girl for like 2 years, married, and you found out in year 5 that she used to have her OnlyFans because it somehow popped back up?
Yeah.
But she lied about it. What would you divorce her?
I feel like that's a lot. 5 years, 2 years.
What if she was still secretly doing it?
Well, now of course, because you're cheating on me.
no, like by yourself.
I mean,
no partners.
Oh, there's definitely going to be a huge argument. But I'm saying 5 years in love, it's just hard to just let go of 5 years of love. It's going to be a huge argument, though. And it's coming to a dead end.
You're going to be mad. Let me see how much you made. All right.
I guess. She said, baby, you know that Rolls Royce you've been wanting? I guess.
What was there was a meme that said, Kobe cheated on his wife, D-Wade cheated on his wife, and whatever. So they was like, but they're still happily in love. And the meme said, girls heal like Wolverine when the money's right.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Like, I can cheat. All I need to do is have some money.
Oh, yeah. That's just to say, you want to cry in a Honda or a Rolls Royce.
Oh, I want to start a poll. Is it okay to cheat if you're rich?
Oh, 100%. Well,
you can't cheat on a girl who's already rich. You didn't.
Well, no, well, let me calm down. Don't screenshot yet, because I just said 100% and then just keep going. Because Dalvin thinks it's okay to cheat if he's rich. This is what's wrong with him now.
That's my title.
So, just look at in human history, women are biologically. What's the one? Biologically just inclined to go after the biggest, strongest, wealthiest, richest man. Yeah. Now, and throughout history, that's not everybody. If you are that guy, biggest, strongest, richest guy, you are now a minority, and women are willing to settle with the minority because obviously that's not the majority. So women are like, okay, if I have to settle with him having 2 other wives, I'm going to do it to be attached to the biggest, strongest. Just like
the alpha.
Just like even in the animal kingdom, like the male, like the peacock who has the biggest feathers and the most colorful feathers. They're attracted to who can do the most for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Adam Kingdom, not the Adam Kingdom, but women are willing to take less or accept more to be with the biggest and baddest. You know. Yeah,
they tolerate more if you have someone of certain status. I agree. I know there's a lot of women that would disagree, and I think there's a lot of women who would disagree until they were put in that situation.
Disagree, but the thing is, you're disagreeing with what though? This is 100% facts. This is like all conquerors, the kings of the time, the conquerors of the time. They all have multiple wives, multiple women of their choice, and it's just facts. People and men are the minority. So men, as we get older, we get more into our prime because we become smarter, more money. We're at our getting to our physical peak and things of that sort. And a high value man is just they're not the majority. It's not. And a lot of women are not speaking to average men, no matter how you take it. And you're going to have your few that's going to say, well, I do. We're talking about normal stuff, general out. Yeah. Like, we're not talking about you one-offs. Yeah. But a lot of women not giving normal men a chance. I was watching some podcasts and that's a video, they're asking women, what's the average salary? Well, I think $200K, $100K.
Yeah.
Like what?
What's the least your man can make, or how much should your wedding ring be, or something like that?
Yeah, I was like, what? And it's like, do you understand the average guy is making $50K, $40K a month. He's like 5'9".
A year.
40K
a month. You making that?
50K, 40K a year. 5'9". He's but y'all don't even look at them guys at all.
Not online. In real life, they do. I think, I think after a while you realize maybe my thought process was out to date, and you slowly settle. I guess you can shoot for the stars,
Yeah, but then but by the time they're ready to go ahead and settle down, they lost all their value. I feel, women, not all women, but majority, they want to have their fun when they're young, and men value youth. Men value youth and things of that sort. By the time when you're 37 and you're ready to finally settle down, it's like, okay, you don't have as much. First of all, we value fertility too. 35. Scientifically, you're just not as capable as a good full 9-month term pregnancy.
Is 35 geriatric or is that 40?
I don't know about that. I don't know. But I know 35 for a fact is when things are getting hectic biologically for women to have kids.
Women who have children older age, I think it starts at 30. It's either 35 or 40. Yeah. I don't remember. It makes it very unhealthy and brings on potential for lots of diseases and autism and stuff like that. Well, I don't know what to title this one. It's gonna have to be a multiple title. You ready to get out here? Where can they find you?
Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok, all is zaddychunkchunk. That is ZADDY, CHUNK.
You can find me on all my socials, including Twitch and OnlyFans, LECARSON. Thank you guys for tuning. What you staring at?
I'm thinking about this.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
I need a man fan base.
Snoop TV.
Keep my shit been going OC, no you are not my bro. Please quit acting like you know me.